for joining in today's session. Hare Krishna. Is my voice and
Hare
video
Krishna,
clear for
Prabhuji.
everyone?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Thank you so much, Mataji and Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji and Mataji and all Prana. As usual, before starting our session, we will do the prayers. The purpose of doing prayers is invoking the auspiciousness of Supreme Personality of Godhead. Whenever we are doing any good work, we take the blessings from elders, senior devotees, especially we take the blessings of Supreme Personality of Godhead, so that this Mangala Charan means all Mangalam, means all auspiciousness should come into our life also. That's the reason we do the prayers. I request all the devotees, if you can do the prayers along with me, you please do the prayers along with me. Right now, I'll share the prayer sheets. If it is okay for you, please do the prayers along with me. Is my screen visible to everyone?
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay.
Yes,
And
Prabhuji.
request is, I request all the devotees, those who are muted, like unmuted themselves, I request please take care of background noise so that it will not have any disturbance to others. Okay, please do the prayers along with me if we can do it. Okay. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Sri Chaitanya Manovishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Uta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamsha Shri Rupa Sagarajat Sagna Raghunathanvitam Tam Jivam Sattvitam Savatam Parijana Sahitam Shri Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Napadan Lalita Shri Vishakanvitam Shah He Krishna Sindho Dinabandho Jagatpate
गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी
वृषभानो सुते देवी प्रणमामि
नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते स्वामी नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे पाश्चात्य
प्रभु नित्यानंद
श्री अद्वैत श्रीवासादि भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे
हरे
जय
Please
जय श्री
try to
चैतन्य
repeat after me. Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद जय अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौरवृंद
Jaya Jaya Shri Advaita Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
जय
Please repeat
जय
after
श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद जय अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंद
Please repeat after me. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय
Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय
Mukam karoti vachalam pangam langayate girim yat krupatam vande Shri Gurundinatarinam Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram. I like to thank all the devotees for joining with me in prayers, and at the same time, I like to thank all the devotees for joining in today's session also. And many of you enjoyed yesterday's session, and I got some messages in chat box stating that you enjoyed yesterday's session. And today also we start our session. Today we are going to discuss one of the important topic in Bhagavad Gita, that is Jiva. That means we. Before start the session, generally we congratulate all the devotees. The reason is initially because of enthusiasm, many devotees may join in the first day session. As the day progresses slowly, this count will come down. As I told you yesterday with an example, okay, only serious and sincere devotees, they will stay till the end. We will see who are serious devotees and like sincere devotees who wants to stay till the end. And especially in Kali Yuga, this is very difficult. Many obstructions will come, many distractions will come. If you want to come and join the classes, many distractions may come, and it will say you that, Arey, why, what is the important of reading this Bhagavad Gita? What is the important of going and joining this type of classes? Like that, the mind will come and distract you many ways. But still after that, if you have joined, especially in Kali Yuga, that too on weekdays in the evening sessions, it's very appreciable. I'd like to thank once again for joining in today's session. And today, as I mentioned you, we are going to discuss one of the important topic in Bhagavad Gita. And before that, I just want to say you that generally we dedicate this session to His Divine Grace A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Srila Prabhupada, who is the founder Acharya of ISKCON International Society for Krishna Consciousness. When after writing this Bhagavad Gita as it is, Prabhupada went to London. There sarcastically one person who is doing interview to Srila Prabhupada, he asked, okay, what is the reason for you coming here? Actually, he sarcastically asked, and Srila Prabhupada nicely answered him, saying that in your, like your country people came to India, you looted everything, but you forgot to like grab the important information from India, that we came here to deliver at free of cost. That Bhagavad Gita I brought, and I'm coming here and delivering this Bhagavad Gita knowledge to you. Okay, you looted everything. You looted precious diamond, Koinu diamond, all jewelry from India, but you forgot to like take one precious thing, that is Bhagavad Gita. I came here to deliver it at free of cost. That's the reason I came here. Like that, this answer was given by Srila Prabhupada. And this Bhagavad Gita is very, very important in our life. And in Gita Mahatmyam, there is a sloka. The sloka goes like this. Malanirmocanam pumsam jalasnanam dine dine sakrit geetamrita snanam samsara malanashanam. What does it mean? Generally, if our body gets dirty, then daily we'll take a bath with the help of water. Okay? Mala nirmochanam pumsam jala snanam dine dine, means daily we take bath. Okay, sakrit Gita amrita snanam. If you take this Gita amrita, then samsara malanashanam, whatever accumulated sins, whatever accumulated bad things are there in your heart throughout the life, it gets removed from your account. That's the reason this Bhagavad Gita is very important. Okay, and you came here to learn this important session. In today's session, we are going to discuss whom we are. Like generally, if I ask you, who are you? Okay, we may learn many things in life, but we don't learn about ourselves. If I ask you are you, many people may not answer it. Many people want to work from day and night. They want to earn, because their ultimate purpose is they want to become happy in their life. Does material things gives happiness? Generally, from morning to evening, we are working, we are earning also. Are we happy in our life? Yes or no?
No, Prabhuji.
Many times we work day and night, but to our surprise, we may not be happy. But to become happy, what we have to know? We have to know about ourselves first. Then we can know how to become happy. And today's session, we are going to discuss that important topic. Okay, we need to learn about ourselves. If I ask you, who are you? What is your answer? If I ask you, who are you? I give an option
I'm
for
a human being. I am a human being.
human being. Okay. Next, any other
I'm
answer?
a daughter.
You are a
Daughter.
daughter. Okay. Okay. Next, anything? Any answer? Any other answers? Yes, Arun Agarwal Prabhu. Any other answer?
Aham Brahmasmi.
You Brahmasmi. Okay. Okay, any other answer?
I miss
Part
all.
and parcel of God, Prabhu.
Very well, nice answers. Today
I
we are
am the
going-
gift of God.
you are the
I am the gift of God.
you are the gift of God. Okay, nice. Many of you answer like we are daughter, we are son. You are the soul. Very good. Today we are going to discuss that topic only. We are going to discuss about soul. And many times, if you go and ask any person, who are you? They may answer you like, I'm so and so, like I belong to this country. My name is this. My name is Goverdhan. I belong to this country. My caste is this. My creed, religion, like that they will say. Okay, if I tell, for example, especially Matajis in India, right now we have Arshini Mataji. Okay, and for example, Arshini Mataji is there. Her name is Arshini Mataji. And if I ask, what is your name? Who are you? She may say that I'm Arshini. For example, in India, we have a tradition. After marriage, okay, especially girl names, many times it will change. If that Mataji names change, does she remain same or does she change?
Same, Prabhuji.
Mataji will be same. Even though name is changing, the person will not change. Similarly, we may change the place, we may change anything, but the person remains the same. Who is that person who remains the same? That topic that we are going to discuss. What is the use of that? How it will be useful for us? We will come to know with an examples. For example, many times in India, especially any people in family, friends, sometimes someone may die. Okay, what we will call to that person? For example, if someone is died, what we call?
Body.
Okay, yes, dead body. We call it as dead body. Till that time, we used to call him as a name, like so and so name, like that we call. Then after that, we will call it as a dead body. The person is standing in front of us, but we call it as a dead. And many times, I'll take my own example. Exactly 5 years back, my father left his body on this particular Tithi only. Then I called to my relatives and I started saying that my father is no more. Generally, we'll say this. Am I right? My father or relative is no more. Am I right? Yes. The person whom we loved till now, the body is there only, no? Then we are calling it as person is no more. Who is no more? The body, everything is there only. Who is no more?
Soul is no more.
No more. That soul, that is very important, that we are going to discuss in today's session. Okay, generally we know about this. We know that if you put little effort also, for example, I given you this example, we'll come to know about soul, but we will come to know about it. We are this body, we are soul, but somehow because of some other things we are forgetting this, because of some maya or because of some distractions we are forgetting this. By doing some discussions, we will come to know about it. What is there after life? What is there after death? Also, we will come to know. If you know about this, we may start living a purposeful life. We know, okay, many times we forget the things because of our busy schedule. Okay, many times, many people, just now take an example of my father. Okay, when he leaved his body, I said my father is no more. And sometimes children are nowhere, but children takes birth. From where he has come, from after like leaving their body, where they are going. These things, especially when you go to graveyard, we will talk this philosophy. What is the purpose of life? Okay, we should not take it seriously. Anyway, today or tomorrow we are going to die. Okay, then what is the need of focusing more on these things, like that? We may tell many things, but coming to practicality, are we doing the same thing? As I told you, when we go to graveyard, we talk so much philosophy, saying that today or tomorrow we are going to leave this body, but saying many things. To practicality, what practicality says is, one second. What practicality talks about is, when you come out of the graveyard, if you look at car, or a nice car, I want to purchase it, like that desires will come into a heart. Many times we will forget. Why we will forget? I'll give you one example. The main reason is we keep ourselves very busy. That's the reason we forget many things. If I ask you, for example, many of you are might be working in company, many of you are engaged in some other activities. For example, if you are going to office, okay, Okay, in you're getting late, urgently you're going to office with an important work. When you're going to office fast, if any billboard is there, if anything is there, can you notice those things? Any posture, any billboards are there on the way to office. Can you notice all the things when you're going in a busy way?
No,
Yes,
Prabhuji.
many. No, we can notice it. Okay, even though the billboards are there, even though everything is there on the board, petrol pump is there, some shop is there, kirana shop is there, beauty parlor is there, some hospital is there, we may not notice many things when you are going with an higher purpose that I have to reach my office in time. This is my intentions. Then at that case, when you are focused, when you are busy in activities, you may forget many things. Same thing we are doing in our life. Many times because of our busy schedule, we are working from morning to evening, but we are forgetting the main purpose of our life. As I told you, when you go to graveyard, you remember these things. We are not body, we are soul, and this and that. But coming to practicality, we are forgetting many things. Okay, how many of you saw the Bahubali movie? Movie Bahubali. In chat box, you messaged me. Yes, only Arshini Mataji saw the message. When someone asked me, like Bahubali movie has come, I told him, they asked me, like, have you seen Bahubali movie? I said, no. They are looking at me as if I have done a biggest crime in the world. You don't see a Bahubali movie like that. They started talking to him. Okay, many of you might have saw the movie. In Bahubali movie, the first half, if you see, okay, name of the hero, I think his name is Prabhas. The name in that movie is Shiva. His aim is, okay, till that half of the movie, his aim is, what is his aim?
To
What is
climb
his,
that mountain.
to climb that mountain, just want to see what is there.
Yeah.
Okay, yes or no? Okay, he
Yes.
put maximum effort to reach mountain. Yes, very good. Okay, he kept maximum, he engaged himself many times, tried many times, he failed. But his main intention, if you ask him, what is your aim to Shiva, then he will say, I want to climb and I want to see what is there. After climbing, he come to know that he is not Shiva, he is some Mahendra Bahubali or Amendra Bahubali, I don't remember, but Bahubali. He come to know that he is Bahubali, he is a great emperor, he is the son of that great emperor. Then his perception has changed. Now his vision is not only to climb the mountain, his vision has changed that my kingdom is there, I have to take care of my mother, and these things he come to know, and his purpose was changed. Am I right or wrong?
Yes, Prabhuji.
His purpose was changed. Same thing will happen in our life also. If you think, if you work from morning to evening, okay, for food and other things, okay, if you don't know the purpose, if when you come to know about your purpose, then you are started going to start live a more purposeful life. Okay, those things we are going to discuss in our today's life. Actually, problem is we are having an identity crisis. We think that I have this qualification, this is my name, this is my country, this is place, this I'm missing. Okay, we are like missing our purpose. We need to focus on our purpose. Okay, generally in survey, some survey they made it in year. Okay, how many people are committing suicide? Can anyone guess? A wild guess? Guess. Try to guess. How many
Out of
people
them, 3 to 4%, Prabhuji.
3 to 4%. Okay. In a year, they made it. In a year, 10 million people, 1 million people are dying every year. That is equal to getting a heart attack and dying. It is more than the corona cases also. It is more than that. Why they're committing suicide, especially in advanced countries, the suicide rate is more. Why the people are committing suicide? The reason is for silly things. Okay, I saw one case. She committed suicide because she got a white hair. This is a practical case. I'm not joking you. This is a practical case. One heroine, she committed suicide because she don't want to face to her fans with a white hair. How they will think if I become old? This is her intention. Is it right choice or it is a bad choice?
Bad choice.
Absolutely wrong.
It's a bad choice. Okay, anyway, that black white hair will come to everyone. What is the need of committing suicide? If they don't know the purpose, for silly reasons, they may choose wrong choices and they may end up their life. Okay, in our life also, okay, we have a purposeful life. We should try to focus on the purposeful life and we should lead it. Okay, this Bhagavad Gita will help you. Okay, if you listen this Bhagavad Gita, it will help us. If you implement in our life, we will have a purposeful life. I'll tell you one. I'll begin with a small story, and we will see how it goes. Okay, there was a person, especially in India, we have craze. Like in my childhood, also I was very crazy to play cricket. My aim was to become a cricketer. Like that, one person, not like me, he was very serious, and he want to practice this cricket. And his main aim, okay, is to become a cricketer. His main aim is to play for Indian cricket team. Like that, he was seriously playing. He got selected for Ranji, and after that he got selected for states. He got selected for India A team. And before selecting for India team, main team, okay, some India A team versus New Zealand A team, like that, they have to go to other countries, they have to play. Sometime other country people will come and play here. And he thinks that my aim is to become a cricketer. That's it, nothing more than that. Then he got selected also. He got selected for Indian team, almost one step away to get selected for Indian team, because he was very playing very nice. And when he was playing, half of the match was over. He played very well. His batting term was very good. And while doing fielding, okay, and other half of the part of the play, okay, while catching a ball, he suddenly died and his shoulder got injured. Initially, everyone thought that generally for players, some injury will be there. It will be a normal injury. And after some time, doctor told him that you got a major injury in your life. You're not going to play cricket again. If you play, you're going to face all consequences. You're not fit to play also. Generally, if you want to play forcibly also, they will place you some fitness test. You will fail in that. You are not eligible to play cricket anymore. Then at that time, he decided that how can I show my face to the world? My aim is to become a cricketer. Then I will end up my life like that. He decided I cannot tolerate my life without becoming a cricketer. My life is meant for that. I want to become a cricketer. This is my aim. How this has happened to me, like that, he felt very bad about himself. He felt very bad about the situation, and because he was only one step away to get selected into the Indian cricket team, then he thought to commit suicide. And one of his friend is a devotee, and he brought one Bhagavad Gita, and he handed over that Bhagavad Gita to him. And after reading that Bhagavad Gita, especially second chapter, he come to know about himself, like you're not the body, you're the soul, spiritual soul. Then he understood the concept, then he applied in his life, and he has become a successful person in his life. Apart from cricketer also, okay, many times these misconceptions we have in our mind, without this my life is not purposeful, like that we will think, but it is not the case. Okay, our life is having a purpose, but we have to know that purpose. Okay, this purpose will tell you, if you read this Bhagavad Gita, this purposes will come to know. Okay, and ISKCON, many people that says to ISKCON, why you people are not doing some philanthropic work? Okay, you ask the same question at the end, I'll try to tell. And some people will comment that are you a software engineer? Are you teaching any software for us? IT, especially they use the word IT. Yes, ISKCON people are teaching IT. It's not information technology, it's internal transformation. Okay, that whatever internal transformation we need, the transformation is doing by ISKCON people. Especially we work on software. Many people ask, are you working on software? Yes, we are working on software, that is soul. Especially in India, many people might have heard about this soul. Okay, I want Atma Shanti. My Atma is not peaceful. Like that, we will say, okay, for that reason, we have to hear this and we have to study this Bhagavad Gita. And as I mentioned, you, who are you? If someone asks you, it's very difficult to answer it if you don't know this Bhagavad Gita concept. Especially if you show, especially to my child, when he saw about my marriage album. I got married 8 years back. When I show my marriage album, my son will come and ask where I am. What answer I have to give him? Actually, from where he has come, uh, during my marriage, where he was, I don't know. But he has come into my life. From where he has come, these questions we cannot answer him. And he don't have some maturity also. I cannot like make him understand. But we have a maturity. When we grown up, we should inquire ourselves. Okay, this inquiry that we are going to do in our today's session. And as I told you, these are wrong identities. Many people will say, if I ask him, who are you? They will say proudly, many people, they say, I'm proud of an Indian. Okay, what is the need of proud of an Indian? Okay, you taken birth, that doesn't mean that you're taken birth, it's great. Like that, many people says that it's wrong. Many people says, if you go and ask him, who are you? They will say, I'm an Indian. Okay, before India got bifurcated, like Pakistan got bifurcated from India, some part of Bangladesh, Nepal, every part was earlier India. Now it got bifurcated. And many people, those who belongs to that place, when the state is bifurcating, they came and settled in India. And if I ask him, okay, you are Pakistan, go and stay in Pakistan. This identity, if this place changes, the person does not change. Okay, I'm talking about, I'm stretching about this point. This point is very important in our life also. We need to focus. Many people don't know about the soul. Okay, yesterday we discussed about two vidyas. One is Paravidya and Aparavidya. This Bhagavad Gita will talk about that subject. Okay, why this soul topic has come in Bhagavad Gita? The reason is Arjuna, okay, asked Krishna to bring his chariot in between two armies. And after that, he is contemplating, how can I fight with my own brothers? How can I fight with my gurus? Like that, he is having a misconceptions. Okay, and Krishna is giving that analogy. For example, same infection has happened to your body. Some wound has happened. Doctor wants to cut it. Okay, and how can you say that, how can I cut my own body part? Okay, let it be. I will enjoy this. Like that, we cannot say. Okay, if required, we have to cut this. Okay, in society, some disturbance happens, you have to remove them. That's knowledge is given by Krishna. And Arjuna was not convinced. That's the reason through Arjuna, we got this knowledge. This knowledge in today's session, we are going to discuss in detail. Okay, and fight was inevitable, as surgery sometimes is inevitable for the body. The similar way, that fight was inevitable. That's the reason they started fighting. If you look at especially second chapter of Bhagavad Gita, it's a summarize, like summary of Bhagavad Gita is there in second chapter. Systematically, Krishna explained this Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna. Let's see our slides presentation, today's slides, and we will discuss about this soul concept. 1 minute, I'll share the screen. Is my screen visible to everyone?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhu.
And coming to the secrets of Gita revealed, generally we dedicate is to His Divine Grace S.C. Bhakti Vedanta Srila Prabhupada, founder Acharya of ISKCON International Society for Krishna Consciousness. And let's go step by step. Actually, in today's session, we are going to discuss in detail about what is soul, difference between soul and body, size and shape of the soul, nature of soul and its food, and reincarnation. Is real reincarnation is there? Is there any next birth or not? This we are going to discuss.
Hi.
And this is a small exercise for you. Can you identify the persons in the screen? First one. Who is the first one?
Mother Teresa.
Mother Teresa. Second one?
Yeah,
They are Rahman.
Albert Einstein.
Einstein. Fourth one?
Mandela.
And
Mandela. Fifth one?
Roger Federer.
Roger. Sixth one?
Steve Jobs.
Steve Jobs. Yes. Seventh one?
Obama.
Obama.
Eighth one?
Oprah.
Okay. Ninth one?
Queen Victoria.
Okay. Okay. We will do some more.
Elizabeth.
Elizabeth. Yes. Okay. Who are they? Look at the pictures and try to identify. Guess. Okay. I'll give you some more hint for you. Who are they?
Nelson Mandela, first one.
Okay.
Last one, Obama.
Okay. Next.
Third one, Muhammad Ali.
Okay. Muhammad Ali. Who is this?
Mother Teresa.
Mother Teresa. Very good. Who is this? Okay. The persons are same. Now try to identify.
Oprah.
Oprah.
Okay. Okay, why do you accept that these are all earlier pictures of the same personalities, even though they look so different later?
Yes. It's the same soul.
It's the same soul. Okay, we remain the same. The only body keeps changing. Okay, we saw the same baby. When he grows, it becomes like a child. When he was young, he looks like this. When he become like in middle age, he will become like this. It will become at the end, he will become like this. The person keeps changing. Every time the person is keeps changing. Does the person changes or the person remains the same?
The person remains the same. The unchangeable Atma.
Body keeps on changing. The thing which is not changing in the person is soul. You got it? What I'm saying?
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay. The body keeps on changing, but the soul remains the same. Okay. We are not this body, we are the soul. Actually, if you look at the left side picture, there is a costly car. Okay. Think that the cost of the car is 1 crore rupees. And the person who's driving and by accidentally go and met with an accident. Okay. The car cost is 1 crore rupee. And some scientists they done an experiment and they come to conclusion that the body, we are thinking that this body made with chemicals like that. The scientist has given some analogy. It is having this ammonia nitrate, some chemicals are there. It's bodily completely, some calcium is there, some chemicals, this chemical, that chemical is there. He concluded that at the end of his conclusion, that body cost, whatever chemicals are there, if you sell these chemicals, it is equivalent to, like if you want to purchase the same chemicals in market, it cost around 200-300 rupees earlier. Right now, it may be 500 rupees. For example, same car met with an accident. Okay, the car cost is 1 crore rupees and the person cost is chemical wise. I'm talking about the scientific chemical wise. It is 1,000 rupees. Okay, which one is important to take? Like, you want to take the person to the hospital first or car to the garage?
Person to the hospital.
Person to the hospital.
Person to the hospital. Okay. Why the cost, body of the cost is 200 rupees only, no? What 200 or 1,000 rupees only, no? Car cost is 1 crore rupees. Why you're not taking car first to the garage? Why only this to the hospital first?
The body has life.
Body has a life. Very good answer. Actually, body consists of soul. Because of that soul only, that importance is there. Even though in helicopter, generally in our company, we manufacture this fighter aircrafts. Okay, fighter aircraft cost is in crores, like 500 crores, like that. Okay, in any emergency happens, okay, some life jacket will be there, like parachute will be there, seat will go up and he can come out of that aeroplane, fighter aircraft, and his life can be saved. And at that time, never, okay, Indian Army says that, or Air Force does not say that fight cost is 500 crore rupees. Okay, save the flight and you die also, but keep safely, bring the flight, like that. No one will say. They will say, if any emergency happen, leave the flight, leave the aircraft, but you be safe. And the safety precautions will be kept in the aircraft. The reason is this person is very important for us. The person is very important because there is a soul inside the body. Okay, if there is no soul, for example, same person, when the person is died, okay, can we, okay, give like for example, if I give you the person scientist who said that body made of some composition. Okay, when the person is died, the some chemical reaction happen, the some reaction will happen, that's the reason the body will die, like that. They will say, I'll give you some chemicals, can you make him live?
No Prabhuji.
I'll give whatever he has, like not 200 rupees, 500 rupees, 1,000 rupees. I'll give him 1 lakh rupees. Purchase whatever chemical you want in the body required and try to inject that injection to the person and make him live. Is it possible for that scientist, same time scientist?
No Prabhuji.
It's not possible. Okay, the reason is when the body leaves, like the soul leaves the body is died. And sometimes we may experience it also. Sometimes when you sleep, when you're about to sleep, sometimes you get some jerk and you'll wake up. Have you experienced this?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Many times we experience this. At that time, the soul is going to sleep. At that time, we'll come into consciousness. Suddenly, we'll get a jerk. We think that where I'm going. Actually, we are going into sleep and we get some jerk. Okay, same experience will happen when the person leaves the body, the person is no more, the person is dead. Okay, the soul is giving the body alive. That's the reason this soul is very important. This body is, okay, I'm not saying this is not at all important. It is also important, but main important thing is this soul. Krishna is talking about the soul in Bhagavad Gita. Krishna has quoted many examples in Bhagavad Gita, especially this. Uh, I'll share some screen with you so that it will be easy for you. I'll show some Bhagavad Gita slokas where Krishna has talked about the souls. Give me 1 minute. There is a sloka in Bhagavad Gita that is 2.13. I'll share the screen and I'll recite the sloka. There is a sloka in Bhagavad Gita 2.13. The sloka goes like this. Dehinosmin yada dehe kaumaram yauvanam jara tada dehantara praptir dhiras tatra namuyati. What does it mean? Can anyone read the translation?
As the embodied soul continuously passes
Yes.
in this body from boyhood to youth to old age, the soul similarly passes into another body at death. A sober person is not bewildered by such a change.
Thank you so much, Mataji. Okay. This same analogy is given by Krishna 5,000 years back. Krishna knows each and everything. As I told you, the machine manufacturer knows everything about the machine. Similarly, God knows everything about the body. That's the reason Krishna has given this sloka. Dehi nosmin yada dehe kaumaram yavvanam jara. Kaumara means young age. Okay. Yavvana means youth. And jara means old age. In young age, like boyhood, young age, old age, the soul remains same. Similarly, when you leave the body, the soul leaves and takes another body. Krishna is saying this. Why we have to worry? The only thing is when you don't know about these things, then we will be in confusion and we'll worry about this. And coming back to slides, I'll show you the slide. There is the second slide, which is very important. In this slide only, you look at the picture. The person brought one beautiful bird, and instead of bringing cage, she brought golden cage, not normal cage. She spent all his money and she brought golden cage. And after that, she does not have any money to feed the bird. And what happened to the bird? Look at the bird in the cage.
It will
It's dead.
suffocate.
It will die.
Will die.
Am I right or wrong? Okay. Does the golden cage is important, or feeding to the bird in the cage is important?
Feeding is
Feeding to
important.
the bird is
Feeding to the
feeding.
bird in the cage is important. Same mistake we are doing in our life. Okay, every time we are earning money, we are feeding this body regularly. Okay, I'm not saying we should not feed this body, but we are not giving any food to the soul. That's the reason the soul is not at all happy. We are searching for happiness externally, but we are not giving real happiness to the soul. The real happiness comes when you go to temple. Okay, you'll have a transcendental atmosphere and you'll be very happy. The atmosphere will be pleasant, but you don't want to go to temple. You want to go to some other place. You search happiness some other place, you don't get it. If you come and listen this type of classes, if you go to, as I mentioned you, we go to graveyard and other things, you'll come to know about yourself, but we don't focus because of our busy schedule. We always keeps on busy and we end our life with busy schedule only. Okay, there is a song also. Tomorrow I'll try to play that song and I'll tell you about that. And many people have some confusion. Prabhu, is there a next life or not? How I will know? Okay, as I talked about reincarnation topic, there is a reincarnation. Wait for some more time. I'll show you that video with beautiful video is there. Is there reincarnation is there or not? Means is there a next life is there or not? That things also we are going to discuss. And as I mentioned you, this food for soul is very important. Food for soul is attending this type of classes. Listen this Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, attend this japa session, kirtans, katha kirtan, come to temples, come to yatras, then you really enjoy the life. And this is the purpose of life, but we are missing it. I'll show you this our presentation. Back to our presentation. Okay, the soul. Okay, not only bringing a golden cage, we have to feed the bird inside the cage also. Similarly, whatever information that we are giving to our body, we have to give it to soul also to become happy. And then our life will be in a purposeful. And this body and soul are different. Exactly, they're opposite. Body needs certain items, soul needs certain item. We have to give according to the body needs, at the same time, according to the soul needs, whatever they need, we have to give. And to sum it up, actually, frankly speaking, the soul is permanent and body keeps on changes. You look at the cycle, okay, from boyhood it started growing and the head at the end is going to die. The person who is going to take the birth, definitely, okay, after some time, he has to leave the body, he has to die. Have you ever seen any person like Chiranjeevi? Any person in your life?
No, Prabhuji.
He is living from 5,000 years. We have Sapta Chiranjeevis. I think you might have not seen them also. Am I right?
Didn't see Prabhuji.
Anyone saw the Sapta Chiranjeevis in our class?
No.
No, no one could see it. Okay. And Krishna is talking about this also. After this life, there is a next life also. I'll show you the reference of the sloka also. It is 2.27 Bhagavad Gita. If you want, you can go and check it. Okay, the sloka goes like this: Jatasya hi dhruvar mrityur dhruvam janma mrityasya cham tasmad apariharte natvam sochatam arvasi. What does it mean? Can anyone read the translation?
One
I will read
who
the-
has taken his birth.
Yes, go ahead, Prabhu.
One who has taken his birth is sure to die, and after death, one is sure to take birth again. Therefore, in the unavoidable discharge of your duty, you should not lament.
Yeah, very good. Krishna has talked about this also. After this body, you are going to get another body. You may ask me, Prabhu, how can I believe? Okay, regarding this, there is a small video. I like to play that video with you all. Okay, and after this, you please confirm whether there is a next life or not. I'll play the video. Give me 1 minute. Okay, I'll share some video with you. Please confirm me whether video and audio is clear for you. Give me 1 minute. I'll share the screen. Is my screen and audio?
When James Leinecker was just 2 years old, his behavior already seemed strange and frightening to his parents. It took them several years to find the reason for the boy's behavior. And when the reason was found, they couldn't believe it. The only plausible explanation was that the boy is the reincarnation of a fighter pilot who died at the end of World War II. After watching the video, tell us your opinions in the comments. Enjoy. Plane on fire. These are the screams that came from little James's room and woke up Andrea and Bruce Leinecker almost every night. The parents seriously regretted their visit to the World War II museum with their 2-year-old, although they could not understand why the visit had such a strong influence on him. There was a huge hall full of fighter planes, but there were no scenes of violence, no pictures of disaster. Since the visit, the boy developed a serious interest in airplanes. At night, he began to struggle with nightmares more and more often. It was as if he was desperately trying to get out of some kind of an invisible shell that was squeezing him from all sides. He screamed heart-rendingly, "Airplane crash, plane on fire, little man can't get out." The Leineckers' family doctor was puzzled. Nightmares and night terrors are common for children, but usually this phase occurs at about 4 years old. James's nightmares began much earlier and recurred with frightening consistency. The doctor advised the parents not to panic. In case of a night terror, he advised them to take the boy into their arms, to speak with him quietly and gently in order to try and calm him down, as well as to ask him to give detailed descriptions or even draw pictures of his disturbing dreams. Even though James experienced more and more nightmares at night, during the day he gave the impression of being a generally happy and healthy child. This phase, however, lasted only for a limited time. Soon the strange behaviors also started to occur during the day. One time, Andrea showed her son a model airplane in the window of a toy store and said that there was a bomb under the pilot's cabin. James responded confidently, "That's not a bomb, that's a drop tank." When he went on a trip with his parents, the boy amazed Bruce and Andrea by how professionally and confidently he observed the planes standing on the airfield. Bruce said proudly, "He's a genius." But Andrea was getting more and more worried. One night, James had a particularly bad attack. It took a long time for the boy to calm down in his mother's arms. Following the doctor's advice, Andrea asked him, "Who is the man that can't get out?" James replied, "Me? What happened to your plane? It caught fire and fell. Why did it fall?" "It was hit." "How?" "Who hit you?" asked Bruce. The boy looked at him with a puzzled look and said in a matter-of-fact way, "The Japanese, of course." Afterwards, he gave a detailed description of Japanese fighter planes during World War II. The boy signed his pictures with James III. Later, in a list of pilots who died on March 3, 1945, Bruce discovered the name James Houston Jr., James II. James's maternal grandmother was the first to have the courage to voice her opinion. Maybe the Leininger family is facing a case of reincarnation. The parents were categorically opposed to this line of thought, and it even made Bruce seriously angry. As a Christian and a rational thinker who worked as a director of human resources at an oil company, he did not want to hear about what he considered to be stupid superstitions. He said that tales of a previous life offended rational thought. He did not give up on finding a rational explanation for his son's behavior. In order to achieve this, he began to ask the boy more detailed questions. "Do you remember the type of plane that the little man flew?" "Corsair," answered James without hesitation. "Where did it take off from?" "A ship called the Natoma." Bruce began researching the internet and soon found out that an American aircraft carrier called the Natoma Bay was used to transport Corsair planes during the war. Intrigued by the coincidence of those two details, Bruce continued to have conversations with his son. Under the guise of a historian writing a book, Bruce Leininger went to a meeting of the Natoma Bay veterans. It turned out that absolutely all details that he heard from his son were true. These included the names of technical flight elements, nicknames of combat aircrafts, and the location of their last battle in 1945, which the boy recognized in a picture. At that point, Andrea, too, was convinced that the soul of the slain fighter pilot chose their son to return to this world. Bruce, however, continued to fight against superstition. He was set on catching his son in a mistake in order to prove that the whole story of a fighter pilot was the product of the boy's imagination and coincidences that were amazing and unbelievable, but coincidences nevertheless. Do you know if the man from the plane had any friends? Yes, he had a friend named Jack Larson. The father was convinced that the mystery would be resolved when it would become clear that there was no Jack Larson, but that was not the case. Not only did Jack Larson exist and was a fighter pilot during World War II, but he was still alive. Bruce spared no time or money in locating the veteran. He went to him with a list of descriptions that his son gave to him about his service in the U.S. Air Force. Larson confirmed each and every detail. At that point, Bruce was ready to believe in any explanation. He studied his son's drawings for hours. In one picture, the boy clumsily drew a burning plane, which no longer surprised Bruce. However, what surprised him was the boy's signature, which read, "To Dad from James III." Why the third? There was no James Sr. or James Jr. in the Leininger family. James Huston was a fighter pilot whose plane was hit in 1945. When Andrea took over the initiative, she turned to a psychotherapist named Carol Bowman, who was the author of a best-selling book on the manifestation of reincarnations in the behavior of children. Bowman investigated dozens of children who were suffering from painful memories of past lives. She told Bruce and Andrea that their son was not unique and that such vivid manifestations of reincarnation usually occur in instances of violent deaths. Her take on the situation was that the soul was so saturated.
Now you tell me, after watching this video, do you believe that there is a next life? Purposely I showed this video. Actually, there are many cases. Okay, I gave you some scientist name who has written so many cases which he lively experimented. There is one case in India also. Okay, with this we will come to know that this sloka is correct. Jatasya hi dhruvar mrityo dhruvam janma mrityasya cha. Like there is a life after this body also. Like after leaving this body, the soul goes to another body. This is confirmed with the help of this reincarnation topic. Okay, this not only me, everyone is confirmed. Nowadays, earlier many people that don't used to believe that, but nowadays everyone started believing about these things. The reason is they have some evidences also. There are almost 4,000 to 5,000 cases they have studied, and they come to a conclusion that there is a reincarnation topic also. Okay, Prabhu is saying, thank you, Prabhu. And coming back to the slokas, I'll share the slokas. We will discuss the remaining slokas also. To sum it up, actually, this soul is eternal and body keeps changing. And this sloka also confirm nasto vidyate bhavo na bhavo vidyate sato. Actually, what does it mean? Those who are seer of the truth have concluded that of the non-existence there is an endurance, and of the existence there is no cessation. The seer have concluded, studying the nature of both, I have shown you with a practical experiment also. And coming to the facts of the soul. Okay, if there is a soul, why we cannot see it? Where is the like location of the soul? This already confirmed in Bhagavad Gita. Actually, soul seated in the heart. Actually, soul is eternal, full of knowledge and full of bliss and seer of God. And the soul is fireproof, unbreakable, and waterproof. If you want, I'll show you the sloka reference also for this, and it can travel from one body to another body when death comes. And soul, okay, unchanging, does not undergo 6 kind of changes. And consciousness, soul is always consciousness of the body, and size of the soul is 1 by 10,000 tip of the air. Okay, and this is the size of the soul. If someone asks you, okay, whose pen is this, we'll say my pen. Actually, we point out here, knowingly or unknowingly, we will point out my book, my pen. This is my mother, like that. We'll point out. Okay, we are taking our hand. I'm taking. This is my hand, like that. This is my book, like that. I will say. I always take my hand to the heart, nearby heart. Okay, near the heart, the soul resides. That's the reason we will say, okay, I'll place my hand near to that, and I'll promise you that, like sometimes we'll say I love you, sometimes I'll say I hate you. Like that, we use this different types of analogy to say this is mine, this is mine, like that. Actually, this is the size of the soul. Nowadays, the scientists have done so much experiment. Okay, they closed the person who is about to die, and they closed it, and they placed everything is closed, and they want to see, okay, if there is a soul, from where it is going. They want to do the experiment. They kept all microscopes, whatever scopes they are having, they kept it, and they could not find it. As I mentioned you, the size of the soul is, if I take my air, okay, and tip of the hair, tip of the air itself difficult to see. The tip of the air, if I divide it into 1 by 10,000 part, okay, you can imagine, it's not even just a dot also, I cannot see it. We see many small insects, very small insignificant insects. When you open the book, if you touch it also, they will die. Okay, big elephant also. Okay, it's very difficult to kill that. Okay, in both the bodies, the soul is there. That's the reason it's moving. Okay, that's the reason it's moving from one place to another place. For every living being, okay, they have 4 things: ahara, nidra, bhaya, maitunam. Ahara means they want food. Okay, nidra means they want to sleep. Bhaya means they have a fear. Maituna means they unite with each other. Okay, if you take any living being, they do these 4 type of things. And means if they are doing 4 type of things, we can conclude that there is a soul inside the body. Dead body cannot do these things. Have you ever saw that dead body could stand up and started eating it? We cannot see, because dead body, there is no soul. It will not have any consciousness. If there is a body, it will have a consciousness. That consciousness is there. And like how many bodies are there in human being? For example, if I see, we have different types of living beings are there. In that, there are different categories are there. These things also I'll try to explain you with a slide. Give me 1 minute. And this human body is not only a body of a soul. It takes Jalajana Lakshana, like 84 like species are there. 1 minute. Sorry, 84 like species are there. In that, human life is the one. Human life is very specious. You have to use it for our right purpose. And I'll end the session with a small story. The story goes like this. Once the person who's practicing spirituality, who came to a king and started explaining about all the philosophy, and is not at all interested to listen at all. And he used to say, I don't have time, I've come after some time. I don't have time, I've come after some time. Like that, he neglected him for a couple of times. After that, what happened? After some days, he told, actually, life purpose, you're wasting it. Try to utilize it for right purpose. He was not at all in a mood to listen. And he said, can you do me a favor? He said, what favor you want? As a sadhu, if you ask, I can do any favor, but don't ask me to listen these philosophy lectures. He said, okay, I have a one wish. Okay, search for any foolish person in your kingdom and appoint you as a biggest fool, and give him some stick and keep it with you always. He said, I can do that. Then he inquired in his kingdom, and he brought one foolish person, and he has given that stick, and he started living with him. Wherever he go, he used to take with him. Like that, so many days has passed. After some time, almost he's about to end his life. and doctor told him that you're not going to leave for a couple of days also, your life has come to an end. And generally at the person who is at deathbed, whatever he wish, sometimes he will write his property to other names. He will call all his relatives. He just want to see before he is leaving to body. Like that, he called all his persons. Like he called his sons, he called his wives, he called his main ministers. Like that, he started calling and he started giving all the gifts to them. And at the end, he was thinking, the person who served me for a long day is a fool number one. You call him also, I will also give some reward and before I leave. And he called him and he said to him, I'm going to leave this body. Then he said, where are you going? He said, I'm going for a long distance. I don't know where I am going. Okay, you don't know where you are going, just to have a safe distance, take some gold, wealth along with you. He said, you fool, I cannot take anything, this gold, kingdom, nothing I cannot take. Okay, you do one thing, at least take your wife so that they can take care of you. He said, I cannot take my wife also. He said, at least take some food for so many days so that you will not feel angry. He said, really, you are full number or you don't know anything. I cannot take anything. And he said, where are you going? I said, I don't know. I'm going to leave this body. Doctors told me that I'm going to not leave for many days. I'm going to leave this body. Then he said, when you leave this body, what should I do? You're a fool number one, no? Compared to more fooler than you, if you find, you hand over this stick to him. He said, immediately, I should hand over this stick to a foolish person than me. Am I right? He said, yes. And immediately he given that stick to king. And he got very angry. You fool, you are giving this stick to me. Are you thinking that I am a fool? He said, yes, my dear king, you are a fool. And, how can you say that I am a fool? He said, actually, you know that this property, wealth, nothing will come along with you, but you spend entire time earning these things. You know, your wife does not come along with you when you leave body, but you spend entire your time with your family, wives and family only. And you know that even eatable things, even single grain also you cannot take along with you. But even though you spend entire your life earning these things only, okay, you earn this much kingdom, you earn this much wealth, okay, are you taking even a single penny with you? Is there any foolish person than you? You wasted entire your life without practicing the spirituality. Is there any foolish person than you? That's the reason I handed over this stick to you. And he got puzzled. My God, you does not looks like a fool. May know you are you. You are giving such a great knowledge to me. May know you are you. He said, actually, I'm a disciple of a guru who came and started giving some spiritual knowledge to you. You're not at all listening to him. That's the reason he created this drama. At least before leaving your body, you should know about the purpose of life. That's the reason he asked me to be with you for a certain time. That's the reason I'm being with you. Okay, in our life also, we are doing the same mistake. We know this property. We know this goal, nothing will come along with us. But from morning to evening, we are working on these things. We are putting our energy to earn these things. But nothing, even a single penny also we cannot take when we leave this body. Then what is the use of it? We are also started spending. I'm not saying we should not work day and night. We should work whatever is needed for us. We should not be so greedy that my son, my great grandson, I should have 4 BHK villa. I should have a good villa in city center. What is the use of it? When you leave this body, you're not going to take that. Okay. We need basic necessities. We should work on those basic necessities. After that, we should spend our time in practicing this spirituality. And at the end, if it is okay for you, there is a small video for 5 minutes. With your permission, I'll share that video. Is it okay for everyone?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay, we will end that session with this small video. I request everyone, please watch this video very attentively. Very beautiful video. You'll enjoy it. I'll share it.
Always changing. Who I was yesterday is gone. Embrace who I am today and let go of who I was before the dawn. Take only what I need with me. Leave behind hurtful memories. can't keep carrying my pain with me. Every moment, every day, I'm always deciding how I want to live, who I want to be. I'm always changing. Who I was yesterday is gone. Embrace who I am today and let go of who I was before the dawn. I'm always changing. Who I was yesterday is gone. Embrace who I am today and let go of who I was before the dawn. Whenever I get stuck in my life, I ask what I could do right now instead of why. I can't let my fears define my journey, and I gotta forgive myself for when I don't feel worthy. Every moment, every day, I'm always deciding how I want to live, who I want to be. I'm always changing. Who I was yesterday is gone. Embrace who I am today.
I'm always changing. We are also always changing. As per scientific research, okay, every 7 years, every part of the body keeps changing. But the person who is not changing is the soul. Right now, we are having a material body. If we get spiritual body, we can also live like a butterfly. From caterpillar, it can turn into butterfly. We can also, with the help of the soul, we can also become Sachita Ananda, spiritual soul. Like we can also go to spiritual world. We can also live very happily. But when our bodies keeps on changing, we should keep one thing in our mind, that is to reach the final destination. How to reach that final destination? What is our next topic? This we are going to discuss in our next sessions. Thank you so much for joining in today's session. If you have any questions, you can please ask me. Tomorrow we are going to discuss one of the important subjects, why bad things happen to a good people. Very interesting question that we are going to discuss. Oh, very good question. Very, very good question. Roja Mataji or Prabhuji, I don't know. Is it Mataji? Mataji has beautiful question. Direct message to me. Roja Mataji, I think. Prabhuji, why Lord Krishna did not share his teaching of Bhagavad Gita to Duryodhana, who is antagonist, by he taught to Arjuna? Why he taught to Arjuna? Okay. Actually, if you see Mahabharata very carefully, okay, Krishna has told everything to everyone, but the people don't listen. Even Supreme Personality of God, Krishna was present at that time, and he has shown Vishwarupa also just before peace message, and he told clearly Duryodhana not to fight. Definitely, you're going to lose. Like that, he told to Krishna that don't show your magic tricks to me. He told to Supreme Personality of God. For example, if I am speaking, okay, if you keep your ear like this, can you hear me what I'm saying? Cannot hear. India is a spiritual hub. Many people, they don't know what is Bhagavad Gita also. Many people, they don't know even few slokas of Bhagavad Gita. Many people, they don't know even 5 important slokas of Bhagavad Gita. The person who has taken birth in India, okay, what to speak of Duryodhana people? They are demonic people. They even Supreme Personality of God present in front of them. When he was teaching, they are not in a mood to listen. If they don't want to listen, then it is very difficult for them to give this type of knowledge. We can forcibly take a horse to the lake, but can you make him to drink the water? It's not in our hands. If he feels, it can drink. Similarly, this Bhagavad Gita knowledge given by Krishna to everyone, but are we willing to take it? Only few people are willing to take. Hope I answered your question, Mataji. Understood. Thanks, Prabhuji. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you so much for a wonderful question. Any other questions are there in chat box? Or if you have any questions, you can directly ask.
Prabhu, there is one question.
Yes, bro.
So after leaving body, is there any mechanism or tantra to check where the soul has taken birth?
Yeah, very nice question, Prabhu. Bansilal Prabhu, I was reading your question only. I got very inspired by your question. Actually, after leaving this body, Prabhu, definitely you are going to take next body. That subject matter will come based on our karma. We are going to take the body that we are going to discuss in tomorrow's session. Prabhu. Tomorrow is very important topic, karma topic we are going to take. Tomorrow I'll explain you this question, Prabhu. Ask the same question. And you're talking about any tantras and mantras to check where my body went. If any qualified person is there, he can tell you. I'm talking about a qualified person. If he is there, he definitely tell me. Any questions or comments?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, I believe in reincarnation, but my doubt is memory is associated with the brain and the brain dies when the soul leaves the body. How come memory transfers to the next life and why this happens to only few people?
Okay, it's a mercy of the Lord, Prabhu. A very good question you asked, especially if you take reincarnation topic also. This child can remember it for a short period or not completely. Throughout the life, they cannot remember it. Actually, forgetful is the gift given by Supreme Personality of God. Otherwise, we may stuck in this life. At the same time, in next life also, we will stuck. That's the reason purposely God has given this forgetful nature. For example, if someone comes and hurt you so much, okay, can you forget that person? But as the time progresses, God has given an opportunity for us to forget these things. Okay, and if you remember our past life, for example, in my past life, I have a family, I have a children, I have to take care of them. Okay, in last life also, I spend this time only on them only. Now also, if I remember, I will go and work for them also. And I don't know whether to work for this family or that family. I will start. That's the reason God has given this, at least this mercy God has kept on us so that we forget the things. It is for our good only. That's the reason God has given us. Why only for few people they could remember? Actually, if they die drastically, that impressions will be there in their mind for a certain period. I told you it's for a certain period only. And nowadays, especially in Kali Yuga, many people will ask, is there a reincarnation? Show me. Like that, many people comes and challenge. That's the reason Krishna has given some hint also through scientists. Okay, you do experiment and tell them like that also. Krishna has given this one.
Bansilal is asking another problem. What is the main 5 slokas one should mandatorily know as Sanatan citizens?
Okay, very nice question, Prabhu. Not only 5, Prabhu, there are 108 important Bodhita slokas are there. If not, at least we need to remember 5. If not, at least 2. That is Paritranaya Sadhunam Vinashaya Chadushrutam Dharma Samstapana Ardaya Sambhavami Yuge Yuge. This sloka. And one more sloka is Yada Yada Dharmasya Glanir Bhavati Bharata Abhyuddha Dharma Dharmasya Tadatman Srujam Mayam. Not only this, like there is a Chaturshloka of Bhagavad Gita. Ham sarvasya prabho matta sarvam pravartate. Like that, there are some slokas also there, Prabhu. Be in touch with us, Prabhu. We'll give you that slokas also. Any other questions?
No more questions, Prabhu. No more questions.
I need an active interaction in the class. It's not be like monopoly class. I have started speaking and you kept quiet and listening. I don't know whether you're listening in not many of your videos or how, except Arshini Mataji video. If possible, turn on your video. Thank you, Shivani Mataji. Thank you so much for turning on your. If you have any questions, you can please ask me. Any question related to this today's session or any long pending question which is interrupting you, then you can ask that question also. No issue. Okay, at least tell me what are the videos. Video. You saw some videos, no? Is it interesting or boring videos?
Yes, Prabhuji.
This is very interesting, Prabhuji.
Okay. Thank you so much. Our, especially these batch students are doing Maunavrata, I think. They're not at all speaking. Any other questions in chat box, Prabhu?
No problem, nothing else.
One question I got, Prabhu Hare Krishna Prabhuji, I believe in reincarnation, but my doubt is, okay, I already answered this.
All of them are thank you, Prabhu. That's all.
Okay. And to keep group active, our devotee, Dr. Satya Prasad Prabhu, is from Visakhapatnam. Prabhu is helping us in this session as a co-host. I'll spotlight video of Satya Prasad Prabhu. And Prabhu is doing some quiz in the groups. I request all the devotees to try to answer the quiz in the group. And Prabhu is Dr. Satya Prasad Prabhu. Right now is in the screen. And Prabhu is from Visakhapatnam.
Krishna, Mataji's and Prabhuji's, thank you very much. You're actively participating on all the quiz.
Thank you so much, Prabhu.
We'll give more, depending on your responses, you'll be giving more and more questions.
Okay. And one devotee messaged in chat box saying that, Prabhu, I missed 20 minutes of the class. We will share the recording, Prabhu. Don't worry about it. Once in a while, Prabhu, we'll share that video recording. And tomorrow also we have a lot of stories and videos for you. I request all the devotees, if there is no other questions, we will end the session here.
Okay.
How about pregnant woman? Is the child already having the soul from day one? Very good question, Enna Mataji. I got direct question from Enna Mataji. Mataji, when actually in my case only, when my wife was pregnant, 3 times miscarriages happened, and doctor told that there was no heartbeat. Actually, when this what we call in Telugu it is called pinda, in Sanskrit also we call it as pinda. When it comes because of some signs, like that is nothing but spirituality. Because of that, it gets pregnant, and after that, after 3 months, that heartbeat comes. Okay, then that point onwards, okay, there is an activity in that pinda, and after few days, it will come into the consciousness. The consciousness, all this process is clearly mentioned in Srimad Bhagavatam from the day one till the end. And you're talking about soul, Mataji. At particular time, Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna will impregnate that soul into that sperm, and through that sperm, it will go and react with that egg, and it gets that body. And at particular time, it develops that consciousness. Soul will be there, but it develops that consciousness after some time. These things are clearly there in Srimad Bhagavatam, Mataji, from first day to the last day. And not only that, whatever the 3D analogy I saw when like my wife was pregnant, I saw the 3D images, how this pinda develops from a small like dot type thing to small, like to big like baby, how it develops. I saw everything in detail of every stage is given in Srimad Bhagavatam. Now scientists have declared it, array, this is a new invention that we have done it, but this was given 5,000 years back. Not only 5,000 years back, before that also it was there. Only in 5,000 years back, it was come in the written form. And till that time, we have this information, but after that, we as a Kali Yuga Jivas, we may not remember for a long time. That the reason they're given in written form. Hope I answered your question, Mataji. Thank you, Mataji. Any other questions? If no other questions are there, any questions, Prabhu? You're saying something?
No, nothing.
Yeah, Bansiral Prabhu asked very good question. Can you please explain about yajnas? Actually, there is a sloka in Bhagavad Gita, Prabhu. Srimad Bhagavatam, sorry. And the sloka goes like this. Krishna Varnam Tvisha Krishnam Sango Pangasa Prarshadam Ignai Sankirtana Prayar Yajanti Sumedasaha. Like for every yuga, there is a prescribed yajna. In Satya Yuga, the prescribed yajna, like prescribed way of reaching Supreme Personality of Godhead is performing meditation. At that time, Yuga Dharma is called performing to do some meditation. At that time, we hear about Hiranyakashipu done 10,000 years celestial years, that is equivalent to 50,000 years of tapasya, like that. As the day progresses, whereas in Treta Yuga, the prescribed way of worshipping is performing yajnas. Okay, you look at whatever big yajnas they performed in that yuga. And coming to Draupadi Yuga, the main yajna was to perform like build temples, big temples, massive temples, which was built during that period. And especially this Kali Yuga yajna, Krishna Varnam Tvisha Krishnam Sango Pangasta Parshadam Yagnai Sankirtana Prayar. In Kali Yuga, okay, yajna is Sankirtana yajna you have to do. Means you have to chant this mantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Yajantihi Sumedasa means, Meda means intelligent person. Sumeda means most intelligent person will choose this method. That is Kali Yuga Yajna is Sankirtana Yajna. Okay, this Yuga Dharma is chanting the holy names of the God. Is it clear, Prabhu? Bansilal Prabhu? Can you please confirm me? Yes, thank you so much, Prabhu. And one more question from Krishna Pujita Mataji. Hare Krishna Prabhu ji, did Kali burn in the Kali Yuga phase? When does he come and starts Satya Yuga? Okay, just before starting of the Kali Yuga, means in Draupadi Yuga itself, at the end of the Draupadi Yuga, this Kali efforts will start, Mataji, and after that only Krishna means ended his pastimes. He knows that Kali is going to come, and he knows about this. And at the end of this Kali Yuga, Krishna takes one avatar called Kalki avatar, and he will do some massive killing that no one is going to spare, and he is going to kill. And after that, again, Satya Yuga will start. This cycle keeps on starts. Like means this is a cycle, goes and repeats. Is it clear, Puja Mataji? Pujita Mataji, Krishna Pujita Mataji. Any other questions? I'm giving you answer in a short. If you're not convinced, let me know. I'll try to elaborate it, or else you can ask me one more time if you're not convinced. Our devotees are only doing monovrat, asking questions only in chat box. Do we devotees be alive when Kalki will come to kill everyone? Actually, we should not wait till that time, Mataji. This Kali Yuga lasts for lakhs of years. We should not wait for that time. In this lifetime itself, we should prepare as a this caterpillar prepared his body to become a butterfly. We should also prepare this body to take we should prepare in such a way that we should not take birth again, and we should directly go back home, back to Godhead. When you go to the spiritual world, then we don't take this janma mrityu jara vyadhi, means we don't take this birth, old age, disease and death. This will not be there. Until that time, think that this is the last time and you have to practice. Like, it's up to us. If you keep on repeating this birth, it's up to us. It is in our hand. Whether you want to stay till the Kali avatar comes, or else you want to liberate now. It's very nice question, Mataji. This group is dividing mono, asking only questions in chat box, not direct. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you, Subbarao Prabhu, Shivani Mataji, Sheila Mataji, Radha Govardhan Mataji, Pravalika Mataji, Purnima Mataji, Padmavati Mataji, Nandini Mataji, Kiran Kulakarni Prabhu, Krishna Pujita Mataji, Kartikeya Sagar Prabhu, very nice name Prabhu, Hinna Mataji, Harshini Mataji, Lakshini Mataji, very unique name Mataji, Lakshani. Very nice name. Bansilal Prabhu, thank you.
Kartikeya Sagar is related to Bonagupta Sagar.
Sorry, Prabhu?
Kartikeya Sagar, is there any reason? Bonagupta also has the surname of Sagar.
Okay, I don't know, Prabhu. You should ask Mataji. We have one devotee named Bona Mataji. She's also having the same surname. Prabhu is asking, is there any relation between two? Prabhu is asking. If you can unmute and answer, you please, Prabhu. Kartikeya Sagar. And thank you, Aparna Mataji. Thank you, Aman Prabhu. Thank you, Akshara Mataji. Thank you so much, Dr. Satyaprasad Prabhu, for joining in today's session. If no other questions are there, we will end the session.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Pranam.
Thank you.
Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you. Finally, you broke your monovrat, I think.
Tomorrow we'll ask them to recite some verses.
Yes, Prabhu, we'll do that. Yes, someone is saying something. Akshara, is it Akshara?
Yeah, no.
Yes, Mataji.
No, sir, nothing, sir.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Prabhuji, at the ending of the meeting, we will say Srila Prabhupada ki jai, because all glories will go to Srila Prabhupada.
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhuji.
And when we say this
repeat it,
Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha also,
Kripa
that is goes to everyone, Prabhu. In that Srila Prabhupada
every
also.
Vaishnava. Yes, Prabhuji.
That is the reason we will chant that and we'll end the session.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Thank you so much, Kartika Sagar Prabhu. Kartikeya Sagar Prabhu. Where do you stay, Prabhu?
In Badingpet, Prabhuji, near Balapur.
Okay, okay, nice. Our very great devotees are staying over there. I'll introduce you to them. Okay, thank you so much once again for joining today's session. Tomorrow we are going to discuss important topic: why good things happen to bad people. Why bad things happen to good people also. Vice versa, we will discuss in tomorrow's section. Thank you so much once again for joining in today's session. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyev cha pattanam pavanebhyo vaishnavabhyo. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki
Jai Jai. The Koti Vaishnava Vrinda.